Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Costa. The Women's Refugee Commission is all too aware of what women risk and too often lose along their journey as refugees. Their lives, their children, their homes, their dignity. The moment that family and support networks are disrupted by conflict or crises, women and girls become extremely vulnerable to all forms of violence, abuse, rape, exploitation, and trafficking. Access to life-saving reproductive health care is severed. Women are forced to deliver in open fields along migration routes. Survivors of sexual violence are left to deal with the repercussions alone, the pain, the shame, the stigma. In a reversal of cultural norms, many women become heads of households and with no safe means to support themselves or their families. In the chaos of flight, children are easily separated from their families. Overnight, their childhoods are stolen from them. Building a future through education becomes a distant future. Adolescent girls have even fewer opportunities. They are isolated and forced into early marriage. Yet there are governments that want to prevent refugees from reaching safety within their borders. Asylum seekers are detained behind barbed wire in facilities that expose women and girls to even more violence. For almost 30 years, the Women's Refugee Commission has addressed the needs of displaced women, children, and youth. We are a pioneering research organization pushing for more effective policies and programs to improve the lives and protect the rights of refugees. Our advocacy has established sexual and reproductive health care as an essential humanitarian service, as important as food, shelter, and drinking water. Our work has shown practitioners around the world how to leverage women's skills and resilience so they and their families can become self-sufficient. We have demonstrated that even minor improvements, such as lighted pathways to and from latrines or locks on shower doors, are critical to reduce the risk of sexual assault in refugee camps and transit centers. Today, we are witnessing unprecedented levels of displacement, with dire consequences for women and children. Humanitarian law is unraveling before our eyes. Refugees are forcibly returned. Women are starving to death, and children are starving to death in besieged cities. Rape is used routinely as a weapon of war. And just last week, as many as 500 people drowned trying to reach what they hoped would be safety. This defining moment is a test of our humanity and willingness to uphold international law and do what's right. How we respond will affect millions of people. Together with our partners in the humanitarian community, we call on governments to protect the health and safety of refugee women and children, ensure sanctuary, and provide the resources for them to rebuild their lives. While the conditions that women and children experience when forced to flee seem unimaginable, there are some in the room who know firsthand what it's like. And many of us are only 1 or 2 generations removed. Our shared deep commitment to these issues is what brings us together today. Distinguished guests, envoys, WRC board members and commissioners, our inspirational honorees, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, Hamdi Lukaya, SAPSE, Choli Ma, and Mina Jaff, and all our friends. I warmly welcome you.